What up, what up, what up? We are back to the basement. Back to basics right now. Welcome to Pete's Corner. I'm your host, Peter Soprano, a.k.a. the Sports God. To my right, D-Money Drizzy Dre.
What's going on, people?
And listen, now is the time that we're going to the new format. We're going picking all NFL games, but this week we're just picking the Thursday games, and then we'll be back Sunday to pick the rest of the games. So get ready to write down everything, take your notes, because we're going to try to make you some real big money now.
We got... Yeah, listen, guys, like Pete said, get ready, take your notes, eat a lot of food Thursday, make a lot of money.
Especially on Sunday, we're going to be running down all the games. We'll say which one we think is the best pick of the day, all that stuff like we usually did, but we're going all the games. So it's going to be quick. That's why I said make sure you pay attention.
Yep.
So, Dre, what's your first game of the week? Now, also, as you go down,
NFL right now.
Any game you want to start with, just make sure you mention which one is your best pick of the week.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna start off with the 3 games we have on Thursday. We're gonna go for with the Chicago Bears at Detroit Lions. Chicago Bears are a 3-point favorite. I actually like Detroit to win this game. Obviously, money line plus and to cover as well. I'm not the defense could only carry Chicago the Bears so long, and Detroit's been moving the ball a little bit.
Trubisky sucks.
Yeah,
Trubisky sucks. These Bears fans know it.
Trubisky sucks. Even if they bench him, I'm not. Detroit tradition, Thanksgiving game. They're at home.
Yeah.
Show me
no
something.
Barry Sanders though.
Yeah.
This ain't no Barry Sanders.
I got Detroit to win and cover that +3. Then we're gonna move along to the 4:00 game. We got the Dallas Cowboys -7 at home against the Buffalo Bills. Again, I'm not sold on the Bills yet. That 8-3 record, it doesn't show me much. And the Cowboys are just the Cowboys. I expect them to win, but I got Buffalo Bills to cover that +7. And now we got the rematch. The New Orleans Saints are going to try to avenge the loss they had earlier this season against the Atlanta Falcons. They're -7 at Atlanta. I got New Orleans to win, but I'm going to pick ATL to cover the spread. These games are
I want to smash everybody on ATL's team right now after last week. That was complete bullshit.
Hey, look, man, I didn't want to say it, though, man, but ATL, even though they did play great the last 2 weeks, I just didn't feel comfortable riding with a team that was inconsistent. But when it comes to betting and when it comes to NFL, you always got to go with the hottest team at the moment. So
that ain't Atlanta.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't Atlanta.
It was. That's why I went with it.
But with that being said, New Orleans and Atlanta, it's a rivalry that's been in the making for the past couple of years, and these games have always been close. I expect Orleans to win by 5-6 points, and I got Atlanta to cover that +7.
All right, so I'm going the same order you did, and I'll let people know what my top game is.
Well, for that day?
No, just overall.
Okay, overall. Okay,
overall. So my first pick, obviously, is going to be. I actually disagree with you. I'm going with the Chicago Bears -3, just because Detroit has looked like complete crap since Matthew Stafford has been on the bench.
Right.
Jeff Driscoll just isn't really moving the team that much. They have been running the ball because Bo Scarborough has been really, really good, but they just can't. I don't think they're going to put up enough points. I think the Bears defense will probably get a defensive touchdown, and they'll win by probably, I would say, 6-7 points. The Chicago Bears beat Detroit.
He said who?
Oh, you like Detroit now?
Detroit what?
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit what?
The Mighty Lions.
Yeah, Mighty Lions.
Man.
Second game of the week.
I heard Sanders coming out of retirement.
I'm actually gonna agree with you and go with the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills will cover the 7-point spread versus Dallas. One thing that take note is that on Thursday nights there's been 11 Thursday night games so far. And in those Thursday night games, 8 of those times the underdog is covered.
Okay.
So
Good, bro.
on short rest, it looks like the favorite isn't really at their peak level yet. And I think Buffalo is pretty close, especially with their defense, pretty close to the level of Dallas anyway. So I think Dallas won't be able to pull away in this one. Even though it's in Dallas and on Thanksgiving there's usually a little extra burst, I'm going with Buffalo to cover the 7-point spread. Last game is going to be my best pick. Because I'm going against Atlanta. Because I think after what I saw last week, they tapped out. That was a complete disgraceful performance that they put on last week. They completely tapped out. That was complete bullshit. So I'm going with New Orleans to actually run up the score to make up for how they lost to them a couple weeks ago.
Good job, Atlanta. You pissed off Pete now.
Exactly. That's why they don't win championships. The Falcons never won a championship. Georgia hasn't really won a championship. The Braves only won 1 championship. The state just can't win. So when it really matters. So they're not even going to make the playoffs. They're like a 3-10, 3-11 right now. I don't, not 3-10, excuse me, 3-8 right now. I don't think the Falcons are going to win that game even at home. It's going to be in prime time, and I think Breeze and Kamara are going to put on a show.
And Pete, listen, I mean, December football, look, these games matter. Again, New Orleans is trying to get that home field advantage for the playoffs. Again, I mean, it would have surprised me if they did cover that spread and blow them out. Because, like I said, this is an important game to the Saints. Atlanta, they show up when they want to, and they don't show up when they don't, so...
I mean, Atlanta's trying to find a way to get that number 2 seed because they want to get a bye. Everybody wants to get that bye. So,
right.
And they played well last week. They should have played better than that, but they still played well last week. I'm going with the Saints.
Good.
Now, on to the college picks. Now, obviously, you didn't say your best pick was NFL, so it's got to be somewhere in this college pick. What's that best pick?
So, my best pick, I'm going to go with Georgia. They're minus 28 at Georgia Tech. Look, me again. You're giving me 4 touchdowns with Georgia. That's easy money to me. I love it. That's as soon as I saw that spread. I mean, I'll take it right now.
College football during the best song that's on college football.
That's it.
CBS pregame show.
I expect Georgia to win this game by more than 35 points. I like them at minus 28.
Wow.
35 points.
Dang.
Oh, I like that. I'm gonna go up my second pick of the week, which is Alabama minus 4 against Auburn.
So hold on. So we skipping the best pick?
I thought you said that was your best pick.
Yeah, but what's your best pick?
That's New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
New Orleans is my best pick of the week. But my second best pick of the week is going to be Alabama Crimson Tide. Nobody's really respecting them this week because they're going with the backup quarterback and Tua's in there. So people have to realize that Alabama still has a good team despite not having a quarterback. And listen, especially with the wide receivers on that team, they find ways to get open. So he's going to have open holes to throw to. I've been saying all year I don't think Auburn is that good. So my second pick of the week is Alabama covers the minus 4. What's your next pick?
My second best pick of the week, I'm going to go with the Friday game. We got Boise State traveling to Colorado State. Boise State's 10-1, and Colorado State's 4-7. I like the way Boise State's been playing. Colorado State hasn't really been playing good football. Again, so sometimes the way I look at the games is I predict the score before I look at the game, before I look at the spread. And so before I even looked at the spread, I had Boise State winning by at least 17 or more. The spread's 13. To me, that's a no-brainer. I like Boise State.
Yeah.
I think they're capable of winning by at least 20.
And that's the way you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to try to predict the score. That'll give you so many things. That'll give you what you think the spread is going to be. That'll give you what you think the over-under is going to be. So when the spread finally comes up in the over-under, then you make your bets according to that. So that's exactly how you're supposed to do it.
And sometimes you don't. And sometimes when you look at the spread before, before you make that,
it influences you.
Of course, absolutely.
Right, you may think a game is going to be low scoring. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. The San Fran game, now, it ended up being right on target pretty much because it was 45 and the spread and the over-under was 47. But right before that game, I even saw the spread. I was like, that game's probably going to be like 46 or 47, 48. So when it said 47 and a half, I'm like, all right, I think that's going to slightly go over.
Right.
And then it ended up being 45 because Green Bay shit the bed. But the point is that it was right on point because that's what you thought ahead of time before seeing the spread.
I agree. And again, the same exact scenario that went through my head with Boise State. I'm looking at minus 13. I'm hopping all over it. That's a 3:30 p.m. Game, guys. That's a Friday, so keep a lookout for that one.
Mm-hmm. And then that's when usually upsets happen.
Yep.
That's usually on Fridays and Thursdays. Like you said, they're out of their usual normal zone. That's when upsets usually happen.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, though, but I like Boise State to cover this one.
All right, so my second game, not the second pick because I already said Alabama for that, but my second college game pick this week, Ohio State to beat up on Michigan. Right now the spread is -9. I think Ohio State, they see the finish line right now. They know they're 2 games away from being in the college playoff. And I think they're going to drive right through it. Listen, Michigan has played pretty well over the past couple weeks, but they haven't played to the ilk of Ohio State team. Ohio State is probably the second best team in the nation. They're coming off a win where they just beat the hell out of a team last week. Even though they had their hiccup in the middle of the game, they were blowing them out 21-0 against a good Penn State team. I think Ohio State is going to throttle them, especially because if Coach Kaki finds a way to win this game, I'll be really shocked because we already know he's not good in big games. He found a way to win a game against Notre Dame. I don't know if he could do twice in 1 year. So
yeah,
it's going to be tough for me to actually pick them to come close in this game. I think Ohio State wins it probably by 14 to 17 points.
Okay, so before I move on to my underdog pick, I might as well throw in my bonus pick since we are on that Michigan game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm gonna disagree with is that I actually think they win by more than what you just said. Honestly, despite the record, Michigan to me, even though they've been beating the teams they should have been beating, there's been also times that they've looked super flaky, super inconsistent, and super questionable. Ohio State is obviously
they should have like 2 more losses this year that they got lucky to win it down.
Exactly. So with me, I'm gonna go with the hotter team, the more explosive team. And again, that the 9 points.
It's not a sponsor, by the way, but we're just drinking it.
So
we're just looking for a lawsuit.
we should get sponsored, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, 9 points, that easy all day. So I'm co-signing Pete on that one. That's my bonus pick. I love this game. So going on to my underdog pick, I'm looking at the Louisville game. We got Louisville 7-4 at Kentucky 6-5. Not much to it, but I really do like Louisville money line in this one. I think it's gonna be a close game. If you guys want to take the points, I don't blame you. If you guys do take the points, try to see if you guys can bump it up to like 3.5 maybe. I think it's gonna be a close game, low scoring game. Either way, but I do like Louisville to win this one outright.
All right, I'm gonna go with my upset pick, and I'm gonna say that we're gonna have one of the top 25 teams upset this week. Not the top one. I already called that last week with Oregon. I'm not talking about that one, but I do think K-State will beat Iowa State this week. Okay. Iowa State is ranked, I think, 22 in the nation right now. K-State has been one of those teams that's been really up and down this year, but I think they have enough to beat a team that I don't think is that good, Iowa State. So I think they pull that upset off. And I want to throw in one of my bonus picks because we're going to have another rivalry game this week with Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
That's going to be, listen, anytime you see a rivalry game, it's going to be a huge game. You need to find a way to pay attention to it because they're usually always close, and I don't think this game is going to be any different. I think that you're probably going to see Oklahoma jump out early because they're one of those teams that's like a fast break team, and they jump out early. Jalen Hurts has been really good. But I think that eventually when it's done, it's a 13-point spread right now. I think it's going to be like a 3 or 7-point game. I think Oklahoma State has covered that. They're at home. You're going to have the crowd extra revved up because it's a rival game. The team will be revved up. And I think Oklahoma State covers that 13-point spread.
And I expect a lot of points in this game too, guys. So again, I mean, not throwing another bonus pick, but if you guys no, but I'm saying, but if you guys want to look at the total, it's 69.5. I personally think it goes over. If you guys want to look at the half, like at the half, and see what the total could be for that, I'll say go for it though. But like Pete said, these games are usually close. And when there's a lot of close games in college, either you're going to get a tie, going to go into overtime, and you're going to get points all over the place, or those close games is usually a shootout, which I do expect to happen as well with that game.
All right, one more since you told us that, one more game I wanted to talk about because there's 4 big games in college this week.
It's a lot of games, guys.
And they're all ranked teams that are ranked in probably the top 20. This is one between 2 teams ranked in the top 12, Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Oh.
The game is in Minnesota.
Minnesota
got their first loss last week, and I think they're at home now in a game that I thought they were going to lose originally. I think I'm changing my mind.
You got them win?
I think I got Minnesota winning that game outright.
Yes.
Outright.
Yes.
2.5-point dog. I think
there
they win
you go.
outright.
He just co-signed me because that was probably I was flirting between the Louisville game and the Kentucky game, and that Minnesota because what? I mean, like you said, they're plus 3.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
2.5. Okay, so the spread changed, but that's a great game.
Yeah.
And again, Wisconsin's another team that's been a little bit.
They've been up and down.
They've been super up and down.
They had to loss to Illinois, and like I said, Minnesota's at home, and they've been really good at home.
I love that pick. And again, if you want to take a money line, I don't blame you. But again, you pick these teams how you pick these games in our picks how you guys want to pick them, parlay with the points, teasers, whatever. But just a co-sign P, man, I love that pick. That Minnesota pick, that's a money pick probably.
All right, and with that, we're moving on to fantasy real quick. It's getting into the fantasy playoffs. And I already mentioned last week, if you have a chance, and this is a perfect time because it's Tuesday night. As you go into Wednesday, you have waivers that you got to go through tonight. So as we go into waivers, I tell you again, pick up Philadelphia's defense. They play 3 teams that they should be able to be really good against the next 3 weeks.
I picked them up. They got Miami coming up.
And also pick up Green Bay's defense, pick up the Jets defense. Those are 2 other defenses that over the next 2 weeks they should really help you out. Those are my top 3 defenses to pick out. In terms of waivers, if you didn't get Bo Scarborough by now, you probably aren't going to get him because he was probably the top waiver pick last week. He had another good game, and he's probably gone. One person that surprisingly maybe still on waivers is Mr. Williams from Indianapolis. He had another big game last week, and for some reason he's still available in about 60% of leagues right now. So I would jump all over him. He's going to be starting again. Marlon Mack had a broken hand, so he may be another week or two before he comes back. And even when he comes back, he may split carries a little bit. So I'm jumping.
So between Williams and Hines, you'll definitely go Williams.
I'll definitely go Williams. I told you that last week, and Williams had a great game, and now I'm doing it again. Pick up Williams and thank me later.
As we speak.
And thank me later, because waivers are going in over that. So with that said, that's Pete's Corner for the week. As I said, on Sunday we're going to be going through all 13 games, the Sunday night game, Monday night game, everything. So you're going to be able to chance to take notes and write down notes for every single game that you want to bet on. So with that, we will catch you on Sunday back at Blackjacks.
Open the door.
And peace.
Peace, motherfuckers.